Back out in the garage today, guys. Got the YZ clutch disassembled. We're waiting on a new basket. The basket eventually gets worn to the point where you can't file these things down anymore. They're very soft aluminum. They're not a horrible basket, but they're just not that strong. You can see the boss inside's got some wear on it too, but nothing too crazy. But we're gonna go ahead and replace this basket. Got a little project. You can see the grooves starting on here after I already filed this last year. It's not horrible. Most of it's just like a dark stain from the plates rubbing in and out. But yeah, these things are better off just being replaced with a whole new assembly from Hinson or Barnett or yz250. There's all kinds of companies that sell forged, anodized, and all these fancy coatings they put on these baskets with 6061 billet aluminum and all kinds of other higher quality aluminums. Stock basket is just not that great. I mean, it's not horrible, but it doesn't last too long. I don't know how many hours are actually on this. This is off an 06 yz250, so I've put about 70 hours on this, just me myself. So it's the original basket, so we're gonna go ahead and replace it. The first thing you have to do is get it out of your bike. Obviously, drain your fluids, which is pretty self-explanatory. You have to grind these off. These are rivets, and you have to either grind them or you can drill them out. You can see on the other side here, because you have to get this gear off and these little cushions behind each one of these rivets. There's little rubber cushions that are about an inch or two long, let's say 2 inches long, and they're like a fail-safe. They protect your gearbox and your clutch from blowing up. Basically, they're like the last line of defense to save your gearbox. So once you get these rivets ground off, you can punch them out and replace all this shit. You're gonna take this gear off, it's all gonna come off. The new Barnett basket I got, it comes with these nice little reinforced sleeves, and the whole thing's made out of better quality aluminum and coatings. And then it comes with the gear supposedly, so we're gonna see in the mail when it shows up today. This gear, this kickstart gear. I shouldn't have to press this out. Other baskets you have to press this gear out and reuse it, but we're gonna have to reuse this gear here because none of them come with this gear for some reason. So that's the kit, that's the clutch so far, disassembled. We're gonna go ahead and grind and punch out these rivets. Hopefully it's not too bad. Alright, we're back. We got them ground down. You can see it's pretty freaking smooth. Next step is to either drill these things out or hopefully punch them out with a nice thick punch and be done with it. Gotta use some kind of grinder. You can use something like this, or you can use a Dremel. Also, make sure you have thread locker, because the new baskets usually have nuts that are going to need some type of red thread locker, usually high temp thread locker. Once you remove this plate, they're going to have nuts that bolt right down, so when you install everything, it's good to go. So got the plate off. Kind of crusty underneath there. You can see all the dampeners. These are what protects your transmission when you dump it in gear. Let's say you're revving, waiting for a whole shot, slam it in gear. These things save your transmission from blowing up. Basically, they flex and all that, transferring the power once you dump your clutch. So we're gonna go ahead and pop all these out and get this gear off. Alright, so we got this gear off. This is the gear that has to get transferred over. It's got a little bit of wear on it. Nothing too bad. You can tell the clutch got a little hot a few times. Dampeners are in good shape. Nothing's torn or ripped. We're just going to clean everything up now with some contact cleaner real well. This gear gets transferred over, and so does this. If you're new basket doesn't come with a gear. If it comes with a gear, then you're good to go. You could probably just throw this whole thing away because it's pretty much garbage now. So we're gonna get this all cleaned up, transfer it over to the new basket, and we'll show you what we got going on after that. Alright guys, I'm back with the new product, the Barnett billet aluminum clutch basket. Comes with the gear, comes with reinforced fingers on here, hard anodized coating, some kind of 6061 billet aluminum I think. You get a sticker, you get your instruction, assembly, kickstart gear is already installed, which is pretty cool because this was under $300. And you got your primary driven gear, and you got your plate, which is cinched down with these nice Allen bolts that are recessed. You have to use red Loctite on these. You also have to peen the back edge of these. They give you instructions on how to disassemble your old gear. They're drilling it out, it looks like, on here. You don't have to. Grinding, it's a lot easier, it's a lot faster. And they show you cinching down, peening the bolts, sorry. Alright, we're back with the Barnett clutch installed with the gear. Got everything red Loctited, torqued down, got the gear on, got the bolts peened on the back side. So we can go ahead and put it back in the bike and reinstall the clutch plates in the clutch boss. One of the final steps is getting the clutch plates put in, fiber steel, fiber steel. Then you're going to put your nut on and the locking tab. Make sure you bend it back. Put some Loctite on this too. I usually put like blue Loctite on this here. So there's the plates. And then the pressure plate. Very last thing. Alright, so now we got the pressure plate on, got the bearing behind it, we got the springs in, and all we got to do is cinch down the springs and the nuts, put the cover back on, fill it up with fluid, and we're good to go. Also, if you have an aftermarket cover like I do from Boyson, you probably want to replace the gasket just to be safe. Mine was starting to leak just a little bit, so we're going to go ahead and put that on. So I just went for a ride down the road for about 10 minutes and ripped it around the yard a little bit. So far the thing feels really nice. It's like butter, especially with the hydraulic clutch. It's not as notchy as it used to be. It's really smooth. I have to take it to some trails and really test it out. Maybe sometime this weekend coming up or once it warms up a little bit. But so far it feels really good. The lever feels even better than what it was before when I'm pulling the lever. I don't see anything leaking. I got a new gasket on there. Everything's tightened down pretty good. So that's the first initial ride. I got it warmed up to about 150 degrees. It's like 40 degrees outside, so it's kind of cold. But yeah, I let it warm up for a little while before I went out the road. That's my initial little review on it. I'll show you the lever here. Feels like it starts to pull right here. It's like butter. A little bit of free play. It's not as noisy as it was when it idles. You pull this thing in, it used to get quieter. That's the thing about these YZs when they get older. And you hear like a chatter from the right side. You pull in the clutch, it gets quieter. That's your basket starting to wear out. So there you have it. Barnett clutch installed. 06 YZ. Hydraulic clutch installed with it. It's a good combo. We got a brand new clutch pack in there from Yamaha. OEM kit, fibers, steels, and I got heavy duty springs in there. So there you have it. There's the old crusty basket. Hopefully we're good to go. Got everything red Loctited down, torqued down. Thanks for watching.